Yeah, your boy Part T back into his house, straight blazing. Also, the Word to the Culture channel on YouTube as well. All right, so this Jussie Smollett story just will not be laid to rest as I fix my headphones here. The Jussie Smollett story just will not be laid to rest. Lee Daniels recently came out and he was quoted in the statement. Well, first of all, it was reported not too long ago that Jussie Smollett might be coming back to the show for the next season, and then it was reported that he wouldn't be. It's kind of been back and forth, but Lee Daniels has, I guess, made it official here as one of the co-creators of the show, and I have a quote from him here on the whole incident in general. And this is Lee Daniels talking to ABC News, and I quote, "Of course there's some doubt. I'm telling you that because I love him so much," Daniels said. "That's the torture that I'm in right now. Because it's literally, if it were to happen to your son or your child, how would you feel? You would feel, please God, please let this be let there be a glimmer of hope that there is some truth in this story. That's why it's been so painful. It was a flood of pain." And then in a separate quote to finish that off, Daniels goes on to say, "I had to detach myself and stop calling him because it was taking away from the time I have for my kids, the time I have for my partner." That's Lee Daniels there talking about Jussie Smollett and the alleged hoax and the false claim of being beaten as part of a hate, which was called a hate crime. And personally, from pretty much from the jump, I kind of thought this, just in my opinion, I thought it was a publicity stunt for the next season. Or I guess at the time, people also thought it was for, I guess, the season finale that was coming up. Seemed like it could be more than that, but honestly, I really think Lee Daniels, I thought he was in on it from the jump. I really did. And now it looks like I still believe that he may have had something to do with this. And now he's kind of, it seems like he's leaving Jussie out there, hanging him out to dry. He's just hanging him out there to dry and kind of putting him out on the island by himself now. Now, I mean, hopefully, let's just say Lee Daniels was involved in this. Hopefully there's some kind of side payment or a stipend, something that they're going to slide Jussie's way. But I bet you I could find at least one other person that could believe that Lee Daniels had something to do with this, and now he's kind of turning his back on Jussie Smollett, you know, when the fire really gets hot. Monique. Yeah, you know, I'm sure you can find a couple people, at least one that I know of, at least one, but probably a few more. Yeah, this story just won't go away, but it seems like it's official now. Jussie won't be back. I'd have to think that, I mean, does this help, or what do you think? Does this help or hurt his career? I mean, let's say it was a publicity stunt. I mean, they've been in the news for most of 2019 with this, dealing with this. It's been everywhere, all over social media. I mean, this is ABC News talking to Lee Daniels about this. So if it was a publicity stunt for the show to get more eyes on the show, eyes back on the show, I don't watch it, so I don't know if their ratings were slipping or not, but this has had everyone's attention since it happened. If that was the case and this was just one big elaborate publicity stunt that more than likely, I guess, maybe went wrong or kind of went too far, if you would ask, I guess, the involved parties, it might have been worth it. Or do you think it was worth it? Maybe you don't. You know, let us know in the comments. Do you think it was worth it? It's gone pretty far at this point. It really has. This one has gone pretty far. Jussie Smollett is out of a pretty good paying job. I want to say you're definitely making six figures a year in this. I know he wanted a raise at one point, but from what I've heard and been reported, he was doing pretty well. I guess by average person standards. I don't know about actor standards. He was doing pretty well though on the show. But is this going to help him or hinder him? Now, if this wasn't a publicity stunt and he really did just report a false beating, hate crime, a false hate crime, then his credibility is pretty much out the window, and it's almost, how can you trust this guy? The only people that really know the answer are the ones involved, and I think Lee Daniels knows. I think he knows more. That's just personally. I think he knows a little more than he's letting on. But then again, how do you prove that? Well, yeah, plausible deniability. He can just deny it. I mean, unless there's a paper trail that leads you directly back to him. But in journalism, they always say follow the money. To me, that's where the money leads. Is back to him as one of the co-creators. Him and Fox. The show was on Fox. But definitely just me. All right, so it's been your boy Part T again. I mean, we'll continue to follow this as news comes up. This is a story that people care about. Now, people may be beginning to care a little less about it, I guess, until the next season starts off. But people seem to care. Doesn't look like. And if you were a fan or are a fan of Jussie, I mean, how does this make you feel? You still a fan? You're not a fan? And are you still going to watch Empire? I'm more of a Power guy. My show is Power. We'll definitely get into that at some point. That's my show. I love Power. But as far as Empire goes, if you're a Jussie Smollett, got to make sure I say that right. It's a U, not an E. Jussie Smollett fan. Are you not watching anymore because you know he's not going to be involved in the next season? Something to think about. Again, it's been your boy Part T, straight blazing. Work to the culture on YouTube. We gonna get at you soon. Oh yes, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, or even a thumbs down if you didn't. And also let us know in the comments as well. And don't forget to share us with a friend, family member, or hey, even a stranger on the street will do. I'll catch you in the next video.